Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings, and welcome back to the Musing Moon Meditation. This Musing Moon is dedicated to the new moon in the season of Sagittarius, happening November 23rd at 5:57 p.m. Eastern, 4:57 p.m. Central, 3:57 p.m. Mountain, and 2:57 Pacific. Be sure to check your local time zone to see when she's going to apex for you. And if you have yet to tune into my Musing with Tanya D podcast, we do have the angelic being Raguel on the highway for the season of otherworldly insights, the sign of Sagittarius. So be sure to check out or tune into that as well, and happy listening. And if you are new or have been listening in for a while, Inshallah and Ashe, again, I am Tanya D, and I teach people about tuning into their energy body through the realm of the elementals into the imaginal, to not just ground, but also to source and connect and protect, and to listen to how you too can package your greatest asset, you, and become the magical being that you're meant to be, living our life purpose. Sometimes it can feel like a curse, but the blessing is in the ingredients, and you are those magical ingredients. The study is actually in the case. So by teaching people how to play with the elementals and utilize the gifts of the other world to bring light to who they are, along with your subtle energetic centers and the cosmic highway, whether fear is your ally, turning it into your greatest asset. I am a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach and subtle energetic surgeon, but my intention is to use the power of these indigenous technologies, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic through, again, the realms of the elemental highway, and into those imaginals, with offerings, rituals, and prescriptions, the otherworldly kind, I may add, to add to your personal container. But my goal is truly to merge the wisdom of these indigenous with the subtle realms, the etheric highway, to really assist you into navigating your prime directive, your inner genius, reintroducing you to and through the magical being, the starlight that you are. I do call myself a holistic Shaw medium, and welcome to my audio medicine room. And if you haven't already, please be kind and do subscribe to either Musing with Tanya D podcast on Apple, Spotify, or on my website, tanyad.tv, and or even my Musing newsletter, just to be in the knowing, or even on YouTube, my YouTube channel, where you're probably watching and navigating this moon meditation, along with other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And if your soul really does wish to dive on deeper, head on over to my Musing corridor, where I have offerings to assist you and guide you, tanyad.tv. And my new brew, something that has been percolating for a while now, the mentorship and membership, taking us to the origins, the rising of our origins, the Shamanic Healing Academy. I am your holistic Shah medium assistant. That is how the name came up. You are your own healer, but sometimes we do need a shamanic otherworldly life coach to see beyond the beyond, sharing insight to an otherworldly perspective. Wherever you are, I will be sure to meet you there. So with all of that, welcome to the new moon in Sagittarius, arriving again on the 23rd of November at the first degree, the number 10, or uno, the inner world of self-love, loving ourselves to the beyond, inside, and what our heart believes to be true. It's kind of like the sorcerer and the tonic. But not only do we have a new moon, but Jupiter also turns direct. Ching, ching, ching. And will not return to this space until April of 2033, 12 years. Magical and mystical. Actually, maybe that's not quite 12 years, but either way, these last 2 degrees are an opportunity to complete our spiritual story with golden, unconditional love binding. What a book, what a novel. So your heart is fully being blessed with love thyself energy of this new moon. So it's like God Universe has set the stage so divinely for our ascension. So make this book, make the book that you just can't wait to read again in 2033. And I'm not even kidding. Really take notice. Jot it down, put it on the shelf, kind of like its own timeline, and pull it out in 12 years. And see where your sauce was and where you're at. But being that the sun and the moon are doing the dance at 1 degree, happy new moon blessings. This new moon is all about loving ourselves, our beliefs, our heart, and more of all of us. As with all of us, many of our beliefs were shaped during childhood, and this new moon has the potential to heal and have gratitude for all of the things in life that life has really brought to us at this point, in this timeline, in this dimension. Without any and all of it, who would we really be with all those energetic hiccups, missteps, and doing the dance? So this is the higher mind understanding that can facilitate some healing that is or has happened to us for us versus to happened for us versus to us kind of thing, to us, for us, or for you. Understandably, some childhood experiences can be way challenging to accept, heal, and process, or even transform and transmute, and I get it. But this is where we are taking responsibility that on some level we did choose to experience all of these things and can actually transform this experience for what it was. Maybe it was karmic, maybe it was an accident, etc. Whatever it is. But you're going to be asked to understand from the highest perspective of our multidimensional self that with all of it, you wouldn't be you. So loving thyself. Now write down your all-encompassing wish list to the universe. Put it on your heavenly altar, your physical altar, or your most sacred space and place. Place crystals on it, charge it with love, honor the element of fire, light a candle. Because this new moon, you may wish to keep it in your present kind of consciousness until winter solstice, which I'm going to have the Yule out for then. But, we love you, to thine own self be true. Love of you, like write your own personal love story, if you will. Love of all the aspects of yourself. The kind of love that the universe actually has for you, that's sparkle in time. So this new moon will be colored by a strong desire for expansion and exploration of your life, the adventure, the philosophies, and it's going to offer us an opportunity to discover new possibilities, new directions. The sun and the moon are trining into Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, who's inviting us to have an optimistic outlook on the future, just really inspiring us to believe in ourselves and our capacity to deal with and learn from whatever challenges that we may encounter. The blessing sometimes is in the sauce. Now, I now believe it's the energy of I now believe the story I was born to live, and I now believe what my story is. I now believe in all the things. So that is the cosmic pudding, I guess, or the soup. So this new moon, it's now believing things that happen with this new moon. There is this new essence of newness, of now believing. And Jupiter really goes direct, heading back to Aries. So we've got this Jupiter-Neptune kind of doing this miracle conjunction, doing a dance. Spiritual miracles are possible. It's like the bliss channel, the rainbow bliss. I love me is this energy, believing in ourselves. I love the spirit aspect of me. So we have about a month to use this really psychic, intuitive, magical energy before it disappears for 12 years, being that Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. So it's seen as this energy that expands. It's like this vibrating, pulsing. That's about doing something more, about having more opportunities, of believing, of having anything where you are going to grow. So Jupiter is also known about being the energy of luck. And combined with the energy of Pisces, the more spiritual kind of essence, all of our spiritual intuitive gifts, kind of, psychic, it means it can transcend things. It can go beyond the beyond something. So here we have this very large planet, which says we are going to expand something with the energy of spirit, Pisces, which removes boundaries. So for some of you, this will be very much be centered around spirituality, your intuition, working with your inner self. But for some of us, this will manifest as something more practical, like more connections, more money, more job opportunities, because of the house that it is transcending or going through. So as we go through the signs, before we get to the meditation, I'm going to be exploring where Jupiter will be bringing you some more luck, maybe some believing, expanded opportunities, more connection with God universe, the heavenly realms, the heavenly universe. So with Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, on the higher frequencies in Pisces, the higher degrees for a few more weeks, we have this opportunity to view ourselves with more compassion, more forgiveness, more mercy, at a time really for some radical self-healing, radical ritual, forgiving ourselves, tuning into those aspects. So it's time to let go of negative self-talk, the things that have stopped, that have happened in the past or kept us held back. Time to forgive ourselves, to demonstrate some really authentic spiritual self-love. So Jupiter also represents the teachings, the learnings, the philosopher's stone. So maybe you start to learn something new. Maybe you get settled in or situated for some time out into your future threads, leaning in to learn something different. It's also our soul's harmonic, that ninth energetic center, an arm's length above our head, which I'm going to be tuning into the shamanic portal. However, Jupiter in Pisces is less about the daily grind and the hustle. It's more about recognizing that occasional moment when we want to stop and really take a breath and a pause and enjoy the fresh air, be in the beaconing of the sun and the moon and the planets and the elements and all of the goodness. And when we do, the universe kind of catches up with us to give us the information, the insight that we have been asking for all along. If we'll take the pause and the point and the breath to listen so the signs can come in. So we may go through the day, we may be asking ourselves some really authentic, heartfelt, heart-based questions, those heartfelt questions that could open endless doors of these opportunities. So if we can slow down and tune in and listen, take the time, the space to tune in and listen, to get those downloads of information and insight that are otherworldly, that comes in the moment where we do take that pause point to refresh and reboot. So being highly intuitive or empathetic, which is great, but I have found oftentimes people really don't have energetic boundaries. There is no boundary between you and other people's thoughts. So you may feel like you're very tired, that you're swimming through those thoughts, you're processing thoughts, but also the thoughts of everyone else around you. So again, you want to put up some energetic boundaries for yourself so that you can say, hey, these are my thoughts, these are my feelings, and those over there, they belong to the others. So as we go through the signs, for Aries, this is happening in your house of wisdom, knowledge, education, travel. And Jupiter is in your 12th house of kind of self-undoing, the subconscious. That's about spirituality and intuition. It's our other worldlies. It's the ability to go beyond what is in the everyday. What this is feeling like is like your guardian angel, your team angel, maybe an ancestor that's very active in your life, offering you some protection, even some guidance that you can actually really get right now. That means you could now be receiving messages in your dreams. And also, when you have an active guardian angel, it means that maybe you have situations where you need this additional protection, and it is actually there for you. So that this is not necessarily stopping you from doing anything, because the guardian angel is just here to make you safer. Then you don't get into any serious issues or challenges or situations. But it's also saying that you have this opportunity to learn and have an adventure, move forward on something, knowing that there's a little bit of a safety net out there, some protection. It's like having your own Holy Ghost online at a moment's notice. So you may be receiving a lot of downloads, information over the next few weeks too. So you may want to journal your ideas that are coming in, talk to a friend, exploring outside of your comfort zone, finding inspiration. Expect the unexpected in those relationships. For example, like making decisions to take the next step towards a commitment. It could be a possible connection from your past, or ending a relationship, or closing out a chapter. One way or another, things are literally going to change, dear Aries. Taurus, this new moon is happening in your house of other people's resources. So that is everything from information, helping hand, actual money, and Jupiter in Pisces in your 11th house. This rules both the future as well as the community and friendships, societies, hopes, wishes, and dreams. So there is the tie here with how you're interacting with society and community and all those dreams, where you are going to see your village going, how much in resources you could receive. So there's a connection. A connection could be your town growing, your community expanding, connecting and networking with people who could put you into contact with the information that you need or the resources that you want. So there's a connection going on. So this might be a time to be more social, being social for a specific purpose of making connections with people that can help you, who can help you. This really is going to feel like a radical transformation, so embrace those shifts. It's time to go after what you want, fresh starts for you, and the best thing for you is to get back in touch with humanity, with people and hobbies and activities that really assist you to feel carefree, free-spirited, and energetically just know that you, heartfelt, have earned it. Gemini, this new moon is happening in your house of relationships, partnerships, collaborations, even connections with others. So this is also connected with Jupiter in your 10th house of career. Cha-cha, cha-cha. So this means that someone you just met could bring you a job opportunity, where when you meet somebody, they can introduce you to someone and then someone else. So it's like a chain of events. And then all of a sudden, you're having lunch with a celebrity entrepreneur. You're on a show. You're on a network. So this is where your social standing, your reputation can go up and up and up because of the people that you are meeting. So this is just a great energy for you, specifically if you are feeling social. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, Venus is actually doing a dance with Mercury, your ruling planet. That's why I'm bringing that up in your relationship house. So things are really lined up for you to meet somebody new, and the universe is aligning you to launch something big. So get out there, don't be shy. And being that the new moon is in your sister sign, Sagittarius, it's a perfect time to feel your feelings, let it all out, leave it behind. Try letting go of your anger, if you have any, with a fire cleansing ritual, or even just some new moon journaling, because you are a writer, to cleanse that mind of yours. It's also always a great idea to start thinking and affirming more positive thoughts. Those are a must. That's why my affirmation for the past few years is, you are doing great. Cancer, this new moon is in your house of health, well-being, daily routines, and connected to Jupiter in the house of knowledge, wisdom. So this is you receiving a lot of assistance, a lot of help. It's basically saying to the universe, hey, I have an energetic hiccup. I need some help. I need some assistance with this area. Then the information that you want or that you've been looking for just like appears like magic. It may be in the form of a teacher, a practitioner, a random video on YouTube like myself. However, the information that you're looking for is just going to be there. It's going to like, bing, just pop into your head. And then you're going to say, aha, I've got the answer, of course, ding, ding, ding. So you need to just be asking those right questions. So if you have been working on something for a very long time, just notice the question you keep asking yourself. The universe is going to then switch that question up so that you can get new information. So it's a great time to really introduce new habits and practices into your day-to-day rituals. It's time to put your walls up. Take some intuitive time for yourself. So with Jupiter, the planet of your exaltation, by the way, ending its retrograde, you're going to feel all of the feels, feeling all the feels. And you are a feeler, my dear Cancer. Leo, this new moon for you is in your house of creativity, pleasure, activities. And this is connected to Jupiter in your house of resources. So what this is talking about is figuring out what it is that your heart wants and then recognizing that right now in the moment. The luck, the opportunities, those are the resources that are available in this very resource-rich world right now. So it's just a matter of connecting the dots, the pieces of the puzzle between where you are and where those resources are. So this is an opportunity first to define what it is that you want. Then secondly, to allow the universe to be the guider, to guide you to it. This also is a new moon that's in the area of children. So that means you might be helping your kids with this concept. This is all about our relationships, especially romantic ones, intimate ones. So this also says lots of resources in that area as well. So lots of new people to meet or help for when you're getting into a relationship to kind of figure out how to make things work. This is a great combination that you have this time. This new moon is also giving you a chance to take a pause and embracing the fruits of your labor, treating yourself maybe to a special date night, go out with your friends, blow off some steam. You're feeling extra confident, carefree. So really embracing some self-love as well. Virgo, you are doing this new moon in your 4th house. 4th house is about home, family, but it's also your foundation. Basically what you came into this world with, the talents, the abilities, the gifts, all of the energy that you draw from your ancestors. This is connected to Jupiter, which is in your house of relationships. So one thing is about expanding your spiritual family. That is that you know if there are people out there who make your chart connections with you, of soul connections, soul connectivity with you, you can find them at this time. That is, you might say, I want to find a new place to live. So therefore, you visualize first, you see yourself there, and you see yourself connecting with maybe a landlord, a realtor, a seller of a property. And that's when you find the right place. So if you're looking for a job again, you're visualizing that you're finding a home somewhere where the manager is really supportive. You really are excited about the work you're doing. So you first start with that, and you're drawing in this energy, the frequency vibration, Jupiter, that you have from your ancestors, then connecting with someone who has the connection to your bigger spirit realm family. So this is really great energy for you, I think, especially if you are ready to visualize for what it is that your heart wants. And being that you have been keeping it under wraps lately, this new moon is really assisting you to get back to your roots, your authenticity, continue to plant and plan your seeds, and remember to lean on your family, your close friendships. There is no need, my little service person. You don't have to work alone. You've got the sauce. Thankful for you being blessed. So the new moon, along with Jupiter in your sister sign of Pisces, is going to give you a new perspective on things. So it may feel like you can finally catch your breath, assess things with a new perspective, embracing the slow moment. Give yourself time to feel great about all of those things. Libra, this new moon is in the area of the mind, and Jupiter's connected to your house of daily routines. So this is very much about connecting with what you do on a daily basis, how you talk to yourself. So that's as if you come to the end of the day and you say, oh, I should have done this. I shouldn't have bought that. I shouldn't have eaten this. That's the thing to change. So that you come to the end of the day and you really say, you know what? I am patting myself on the back. I am so proud of this. So it has to go on for months and months and months. This is the threading. It has to go on into forever land. But just say to yourself as you approach each opportunity during the day and those moments of the day, and even at the end of the day, that you're going to look back on this moment and say, wow, I am really proud of what I did. So this is also where your luck is in the area of health and well-being. So what does that mean? This means you could find the information that you're looking for, like a practitioner who can help you diagnose what's really going on with you, or maybe give you a regimen that's really going to help you. So that's also something that you can tap into, and you can tell the universe, this is the problem, I'm looking for a solution. And then you can see that opportunities are coming up to find the right help, just inspiring you to go down different rabbit holes. Follow the white rabbit, sharpening some skills. Your directness and honesty is going to take you far right into the future, but be warned between the lines of being just plain rude or blunt, and just remember to speak authentically from your heart space, your chalice, your love space, being that you may have been hustling in your career space, but it seems that romance has kind of snuck its way into your heart, little tweedling in there. Who says you can't have everything? You can't have both. So this lunation is a reminder that you are a badass and you do know what you want, and with a little hard work and a lot of honesty about what you want, your authenticity, you can actually have that too. And Scorpio, this new moon is in your house of money, so it's making its connection to Jupiter, where luck is in your house of pleasure and fun and activities and risk-taking. So this is about you moving forward towards and moving on to some sort of project that's going to increase your bottom line. It might increase your bottom butt, but now that doesn't mean just throwing caution to the wind, not doing your due diligence, but this is very much about you taking calculated risk. This is not doing something that's wild and crazy, But if this is something that you've been working on in the past, like you've done all the vetting for it, you've learned about it, stuff like that, right? Now, taking a risk and moving forward on this, whether it's starting a business, getting a creative project off the ground, you have really some great energy to support this now. But the thing that I will say is that we do live in a world in this moment where consuming content is super easy. Creating content in comparison is actually very challenging. This wasn't always so easy, right? There was actually a time when it was a little bit more equal. It was equally difficult to find the content, to consume, as it was to create the content. But if I was creating content, which I do every day, it's that is one of your goals. That can be creating art or doing a podcast, creating a business, anything that you're trying to create in the moment now. You do have to watch out for distractions, because if you lose focus, you can create some things that are extraordinary right now. If you do focus, So it's as though if you can shift your energy towards trying to create more than you consume, that is when your content, what that looks like. So looking at that with all of the Sagittarian energy that you're doing, you'll be saying, well, I got to learn this. And I have to learn that. But this is a time where you should learn something and then take that information, create something so that there is balance. What makes you feel safe, Scorpio? While huge shifts may throw you off some balance, the vibrant energy of this new moon is giving you the confidence to say now when you want without feeling guilty about it. It will also be the first new moon where you are testing out some new boundaries. So don't let the opinions of others influence what you know to be true about yourself. To thine own self be true. Love of self. And Sagittarius, you are the lucky ones this time, because holla, this new moon is in your sign and it has that connection, benevolent Jupiter, and Jupiter is your planet, right? So let's first start off with this new moon in your sign is really starting your new 12-month cycle. So the more new things that you can do over the next 30 days, the better, because these are the seeds that you're planting for a harvest out into the future. Now, the thing is, though, that you want to plant are not just doing actions in the world, but also stating to the universe what it is that your heart wants and sending the spiritual message so the opportunities can come to you. So that may be doing a vision board, writing your goals, doing affirmations, maybe doing visualizations. It all depends on your natal Jupiter, by the way, because this tells the universe what destination you want. So look at the destinations for like 1 month, 12 months, and then go beyond that into so many years out into the future, the Merlin effect. So looking at that, and if you struggle with it, then start off with an area where it's a little bit easier and look at how you could progress to the place you want to be. So there's kind of two sides of the coin that are happening, like one where people get extremely down into the thick of it and they're going to say, hey, I want to make sure that I have the refrigerator cleaned out by this date. I want to move the house. I want to make sure that I talk to this person on this date. And then the opposite, the opposing, is they go way out into the future. They say, well, I want to create and make $1 billion. So somewhere in the in-betweens, this is where you're going to stretch yourself a little bit, where you say, okay, here's something where I'd like to complete it, say within a year. How can I get it done in 12 weeks instead of 12 months? Kind of that sort of a thing. So stay focused. But more importantly, when you tell the universe what it is that you're considering, what it is that you want, make sure it's heartfelt. This is the heart's degree. Then the universe sets up these opportunities to assist you and help you out. And the universe is going to give you gifts along the way, along with lessons, because that's what we're here for. We are here to learn lessons. Earth Incarnate School. So there's always the gifts with the lessons. So this again is really, it's an extraordinarily magical time for you. Everything is lining up for you to ask for those big things. So put yourself on the path that's maybe a little bit unfamiliar, uncomfortable, more so than maybe what you've had in the past. where you are trusting in yourself, trusting in the process. And then along the way, the universe is going to open up and assist you. Just knowing that luck, the bounty, is on your side. Everything from flirtatious feelings to communication to job opportunities. Everything's going to feel easier and more just accessible. So shoot your arrow at whatever it is that's been catching your eye. Capricorn, this new moon is in your house of intuition, psychic ability, and also looking at your shadow self, deciding what needs to change in your life. And it's making a connection to Jupiter in the house of communication, telepathy, thoughts. So this is about learning to think differently as you meditate. Do you meditate? Taking in ideas and information from the universe, processing that information. Now, the interesting thing is here, you're at the last month of your 12-month cycle. So this is a time to be thinking about what has worked for you over the last 12 months, what has not worked, and seeing what you can get rid of, and then making some plans, some kind of etherical transactions, if you will, for what you want to launch in the next month at the next new moon, which is your new moon. So this is a very important time for you to be focused on the opportunities and all that you don't want to run out of, right? The steam. Get those right now. Get the plans out. Get them ready. That could be visualizations, again, goal boards, affirmations that you're doing, so that you're doing your own spiritual work to get yourself really ready for the next 12-month cycle. So it's a great time to take a breath, a pause, go inward. The new moon is about the heart. It's giving us major revelations in hindsight. And this is like a spiritual heart, by the way, allowing you to expel unwanted energy and ultimately remind you to not take life so seriously. You're also looking to improve yourself. And as a result, you're going to take your loved ones' opinions to the heart. So really taking this lunation as a time to review all of the things that you have accomplished this year, looking ahead to where you want to go. That would be a great idea. And Aquarius, this new moon is in your house of friendships, community, technologies, the future, which is you, and it's connected to Jupiter in your house of money. So that is very much about meeting more people, connecting to the community, offering something to the community. That's where your luck and your money is being activated. So that's anything from somebody you know, somebody who knows something or knows somebody who has a job opening, could be a customer, could be somebody you don't even know, haven't even met yet. But it's also when you look at the community itself and say, well, you know what's important to you. How do you want to improve community, society, humanity? That could really just take off, like with a business idea. So there's all of that happening for you. And Jupiter in your house of money, the second house, the house of self-worth, this is also connected to friendships and the people that you meet. So that's hanging out with people who you know are where you are uplifting them. They're uplifting you rather than hanging out with people that bring you down into the lower frequency vibration, because you are frequency vibration. And you know in the very basic sense that what that is, you know, if you have a group of friends who eats healthy, a group of friends who eats a lot of junk food, you know, hanging out with the healthy eaters, kind of that sort of a thing. So you're leaning in or turning in on that community, your friend circle, your sacred space circle, who's been a helping hand on your journey. So this new moon is reminding you of the importance of taking a break, slowing down between work, school, friends, love, heartfelt love, even being popular. Woo! Woo-hoo! Yeah, weird, right? So can you feel those introvertedness kind of kicking in? Just don't fight it. Instead, give yourself pause, give yourself permission to go ghost for a moment. How does that sound? And feel into that frequency. And we finished, as per usual, with the Pisces. So Pisces, this new moon, right at the top of your chart, the pie in the sky, which means you are more visible. You can be seen. You can make more connections. It's in the house of career, leadership, authority. So if you're looking for a new job to move up in your current company, this is a really amazing energy. It's like great. This is all connected to Jupiter, which is now back in your home sign, giving you some boosted energy, some expansion, some luck. Spirit incited, I should say, some spiritual tune-up. So this is like having an overarching archangel in your life. So this means that you could take more chances, take more risks, as well, especially when it comes to meeting new people, making connections, making money, etc. So you really just want to use this time right now to kind of push yourself forward, elevating yourself. That includes making yourself more visible, maybe doing more social media, publishing a book, putting out a podcast, building up your audience, your frequency, your friends shelf, if you will. Even if you work for somebody else, this may just mean beefing up your LinkedIn profile, your society, otherworldlies, making sure that all of your accomplishments are in your resume, that you keep your resume updated, just in case a new opportunity just opens the door and presents itself. So the new moon may be making you feel a little vulnerable. Don't let that intimidate you. This is like unconditional, bountiful love, and it's a great time to focus on areas that really light you up, help you shine, especially with Jupiter in your sign. So lighting a creative spark in your heart, maybe for a past project, maybe even an old romantic flame. It might feel a little bit otherworldly crazy, or maybe out of nowhere, but you can thank Jupiter going direct for this magical feeling that's in the air. Okay, so with all of that, this meditation for the moon is for our heartfelt beliefs, believing in our heartfelt self, loving ourselves, just taking time and space to pour love into our heart's chalice and continuing the flow of self-love from our soul's harmonic to the heart center, the divine messages from the universe to the heart. Just simple breathing here. So if you wish to sense your soul's harmonic about an arm's length above your head, breathing in and down through the soul's harmonic down to the heart center, bringing in the universal glow of your divine essence, your divine purpose, down to the heart. And on your exhale, we're going to be releasing all things that are not in alignment with our soul's harmonic. It's like your own library in the sky, your book of life. So inhale through the soul's harmonic to your heart center, breathing in the divine creator's love for yourself. And on your exhale, release all things unloving. And remember, I like to hold for a count of 3 on the inhale, a pause point, and the exhale. So again, inhale for a count of 3 through the soul's harmonic to your heart center. And on your exhale, release all feelings that are less than to your soul's core. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to your heart center. Hold for a count of 3, and on your exhale, release all beliefs that are patterned, that aren't in alignment with your heart center. Exhale and release. Inhale through your heart, soul's harmonic to your heart center. Hold for a count of 3, and on your exhale, release all energy vibrations, frequencies that are not in alignment with what your soul's harmonic wishes to attract. You are frequenting your heart's frequency of believing in authentic self-love. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to the heart center, releasing on your exhale all thoughts, conditions, thoughts and patterns that are not aligned with you believing heartfelt in your soul's harmonic, the gift of the universe of self-love, affirming a new belief on what your heart says self-love is. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to the heart center. And on this exhale, you're going to be releasing all abilities to be closed off from being able to receive the juice from the universe. You are opening up to accept heartfelt self-love and receive that self-love from the universe, which is galactic at its core. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to your heart center, and on this exhale, we're going to be releasing all shadows and anything not in alignment with your higher self, your spirit self, your Sira, your authentic love, the divine love to yourself, and how you see and sense spirit, and how spirit sees you, the universe. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to the heart center, and on your exhale, you're going to be releasing all cords and contracts that are not in alignment with what your heart believes to be true. You are committing and sensing and feeling to a new way of self-love, believing in the opportunities and the skills and the bounty that are before you. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to your heart center, and on this exhale, we are going to be releasing all beliefs that are not in alignment with our heart's character, our authentic behavior, to love ourselves, any actions that you have held in that are not allowing self-love to flow. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to your heart center, and on your exhale, you are releasing the ability to have faith in the cosmic universe to provide for you, to manifest what it is that your heart desires, that inner love that you have for yourself, to believe in yourself. Exhale and release. Inhale through the soul's harmonic to your heart center, and on your exhale, you are releasing anything and all things that are in the way of you operating with the divine online. Anything that is less than love to your inner self, your inner world, you are allowing the chalice of divine universal love to flow into your chalice, your core God spot, and fill you with light to the brim and beyond. Your heart is overflowing with believing in yourself, and no energies are allowed in unless your higher self, the universe, is allowing it. Nothing gets in without the permission of Source. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And with that, thank you for tuning in. And if this episode inspired you in some way, please take a screenshot of you listening on your device and post it to your Instagram stories, tagging at the Tanya D. And remember, if your heart wishes to dive on deeper into your personal container, your personal medicine, join the Shamanic Healing Academy, where mystics, intuitives, psychics, shamans, and the likes dive into the realm of the otherworldly. And I will see you on the other side. Blessings to you, and ashe.